Fitzgerald's masterpiece still slices open the glittering myth of American success. Here is why it hurts beautifully. Story and themes. This book looks glamorous, but bleeds tragedy beneath every sparkling surface. Fitzgerald sets us in 1922, Long Island, where new money battles old pedigrees. Nick Carraway narrates with Midwestern restraint, masking his fascination and unease. Jay Gatsby throws ridiculous parties, hoping one green light will answer his longing. The quest for Daisy Buchanan becomes a ruthless experiment in reinvention. Fitzgerald marries romance with social indictment, asking what the American dream costs. He shows how desire weaponizes wealth, then devours itself. Each mansion, car, and cocktail glass hides economic anxiety and moral vacancy. That vacancy births violence, literal and emotional. By the final chapter, the parties feel like crime scenes waiting for tape. The novel's brevity intensifies every betrayal, giving the tragedy surgical precision. Reading today, you still feel the neon pulse of endless consumption. That pulse remains disturbingly familiar in an age of credit and influencers. So the story keeps haunting, like jazz drifting from a distant pier. Even Gatsby's shirts, piling like fireworks, expose desire to be seen and worshipped. The glitter fades, yet the yearning refuses to die with him. Characters and voice. Every major character is both mirror and mirage. Nick appears honest, yet his passivity enables every reckless choice. Gatsby radiates charisma while hiding criminal roots and adolescent fantasies. Daisy's voice sparkles like money, concealing fear of losing status. Tom Buchanan embodies brute privilege, punching through conversations and lives. Jordan Baker's cynicism prefigures influencers selling curated detachment. Fitzgerald writes them with economical brushstrokes. One gesture signals whole histories. A careless shrug, or mispronounced city, reveals class gaps deeper than oceans. Dialogue sounds casual, but lands like court testimony. Nick's narrative voice balances poetry and corrosion, letting symbols glow without lecture. We believe him until we realize he edits his own complicity. That realization pulls readers into the moral quicksand beside him. These unstable viewpoints make rereading thrilling because motives shift under new light. The voice, like Gatsby's smile, never quite answers the questions it raises. Secondary figures like Myrtle Wilson flash briefly, yet widen the moral fracture. No one gets spared. Everyone's illusions bleed through like cheap wallpaper in rain. Style and symbolism. Fitzgerald turns prose into champagne bubbles, bright, fleeting, deceptively intoxicating. He combines simple diction with lyrical rhythm, achieving elegance without ornament overload. Sentences swing between clipped journalistic beats and lush metaphors. That swing mirrors the era's clash of business and excess. Symbols anchor the narrative, guiding emotional weather. The green light pulses with impossible hope. The eyes of Dr. T.J. Eckelberg stare like hollow gods over moral wasteland. The Valley of Ashes piles industrial despair between glittering coasts of privilege. These images work because Fitzgerald never explains them. He just lets them glow. The novel's pace feels musical, moving from crescendo parties to hushed heartbreak. Like jazz solos, scenes repeat motifs with variation, deepening emotional chords. Even the punctuation feels syncopated, especially in Gatsby's rambling confession. Every stylistic choice nudges readers to feel both seduction and sickness. That tension keeps the paragraphs fizzing long after you close the cover. Weather functions as a silent chorus, storming whenever feelings break containment. Light, color, and season spin together like a haunted kaleidoscope. Impact and verdict, The Great Gatsby endures because it predicts us. not just remembers them. Published in 1925, it initially sold poorly, then roared back after World War II. Today, it sells hundreds of thousands yearly and anchors high school curricula. Hollywood adapts it every generation, searching for a visual equal to Fitzgerald's sentences. Scholars debate whether it critiques capitalism or merely mourns lost gentility. Both readings feel right, because the book contains contradictions like bottled lightning. Personally, I read it as a warning against nostalgia weaponized by obsessed dreamers. The warning rings louder when algorithms sell curated pasts to restless scrollers. So the story's vintage clothes now drape our digital ambitions. My verdict is emphatic. This slim novel deserves repeated, reflective reading. Approach it like a mirror, not a museum piece. If its reflections unsettle, Fitzgerald has done his job across a century. Close the cover, then ask which dreams still own you. That question, not the flappers, is why the novel stays immortal. Teachers assign it partly because students meet themselves in Gatsby's restless longing. We keep reopening the text, hoping the final crash might reverse this time. Read my full deep dive article through the link in the description below.